Well, hi Scorpios, welcome to Cookie Tarot. It's time for your June reading. So let's get started. Let's find out what is in store for our Scorpios in the month of June, please. What is coming up for our Scorpios in the month of June? Didn't quite come out. What is in store for our Scorpios in the month of June? See what we have. Please give me more cards for this reading, universe. See what we have here. We have a lot of cards. All right. Okay, Scorpios. The overall energy of this reading is the Seven of Cups. Hey, that's choices and confusion about love. That surrounds the whole reading. Let's find out why. Up here in your highest energy, we have the Justice card. This is the card for Libra, so you might have Libra in your chart or around you. But this is about the balancing of the scales, getting your life balanced and finding that balance, putting the sword up and saying, I'm staying balanced. This is what I need in my life, and I am protecting that. It's right next to the Eight of Cups. So you're walking away from something. You're walking away. Well, it has to be all this confusion. The Seven of Cups. About love. You're walking away from that. And not without saying something first. You have the Page of Wands here. So this is about speaking up. Actually, like a declaration, saying what's been on your mind. So in order to balance your life scales, you're walking away from a confusion in love. You're going to speak up about it. And I'll read on. So under the Justice card, we have the Knight of Swords. Yeah, you're cutting out that confusion. You're done with it. It's like, this is not serving you. It's too combobulated. You don't know which cup. You don't know if it's love. You don't know if this is real. It's like there's too many choices. It's confusing. It's a very confusing situation here about love. You're cutting it out. You can't take it anymore. It throws your scales off balance. And it's about the waiting. So when you speak up with that Page of Wands here, it's going to be about all the waiting that you've been doing with love. All the confusion you've had with love. Just waiting and waiting for something to materialize, to actually materialize. Under the Knight of Swords, it's the Five of Cups. Disappointment. So you're very disappointed, not only confused, you're disappointed in love. You have regrets about love. But this is a card of hope. There's two full cups behind that figure. So all you need to do is turn around and focus on the full cups. Go ahead, cut that out. Cut those three cups out. Cut them down. And then turn around and look at the full ones. Next to the Five of Cups, we have the Emperor here. So this is on the other side now. This is where the full cups are of love. I think the Emperor is coming in. This is an Aries. Um, it may be the same person. It may be the very same person that you're like cutting out this energy because you're so confused about the love. You keep waiting for something to become clear to you about this. You speak about it. And I feel like this is allowing you to not only balance your life scales, but for you to turn around and see the hope in the relationship because the Emperor's here and it's right under all this confusion. So the Emperor, this is the card of Aries. They may or may not be an Aries. You may or may not have Aries in your chart, but uh, this person is pretty well set in their ways, male or female. Actually, it looks like, okay, yeah, they are a special connection, okay, but they're stubborn, they're rigid. They like to be the leader. They like the idea that if everything's their idea before they move forward. Um, but they're very well liked and well respected by others. So this is the person that's been causing you all this confusion. But I think that things are changing because once all this is done, we have the Six of Wands right next to the Emperor. Now look at it. Now look. Now look once you turn around and see those full cups behind you. You talk about the spilled cups, the disappointment, and it's like things start to change. So it looks like there's a commitment on the horizon with this Emperor. This is a card, the Six of Wands, of engagement. So it'd be something like an engagement. There's other people celebrating. It's like everybody will know that you're a couple. We have the Page of Cups down here, and it's next to the King of Cups. So what happens in this about this conversation is, I think what you're going to do is you're going to say, look, this cup of love that I'm so confused about over here, it doesn't feel like love. It feels like there's a fish in it. It feels like it's small. It just doesn't feel like the cup I want. I need this cup of love. And so I'm going to refuse. I need to refuse this one. That's not the right one. This is the one right here that the King of Cups has in their hand. Now, the thing about the King of Cups is they're kind of stubborn, okay, just like the Emperor, a little stubborn. They're stubborn about handing it out. But it looks like they're going to. They're going to hand it out. Then we have the Ace of Swords, truth, clarity through conversation. It's about how it makes you feel. It hurts your heart, you know, that you feel like it's only the Page of Cups. It hurts your heart. So you get all this conversation, truthful, clear conversation here that bubbles to the surface. You really actually have to talk about with them. The Empress is here, and we have the Emperor. So what happens here is when this king, male or female, decides, oh yeah, I do love you, and I do want to stay in this, and I want you in my life for a long time. It kind of solidifies this relationship, where's your soulmates or twin flames, and it brings you together as a couple, like I said before with this engagement. We have the King of Swords here, right above the Ace of Swords. That is speaking your truth too, and standing by it. This is a very confident person. Air energy, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius might be in your chart or around you. So this is, and this King of Cups, can be Scorpio with the water sign, which we're doing the Scorpio reading, handing you that cup of love. So yeah, truth and clarity. It's like part of the truth here is that you feel like you, and this is going to come up through conversation, that you might have jumped into this a little too fast. It's caused so much confusion in love. It's like, what am I in? What am I doing? What is this? Until you talk about it, until it all comes out. I think the whole thing for June, it seems like most of the readings are about speaking truth and clarity. It helps people move forward. And so that's what's happening here. So the Fool, this is about leaping into new beginnings too. But I think it's like taking a chance. So what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and take a chance on this person, because through this conversation, you're going to find out, they do have feelings. They do have feelings. They didn't act like really they had much feelings, but it turns out that they do. So Scorpio, that was your reading. Thank you so much for watching Quickie Tarot.